An independent review into the crimes of a former Church of England bishop who abused boys and young men in Sussex is expected to question the former Archbishop of Canterbury, Lord Carey. Dame Moira Gibb has been appointed chair of the panel, commissioned by the current Archbishop, Justin Welby. The former Bishop of Lewes, Peter Ball, was jailed last year for sexually abusing 18 young men and teenagers. Yesterday, we revealed how confidential documents obtained by this programme suggest the Church of England sought to hush up sex abuse perpetrated by Peter Ball. Piers Hopkirk has tonight's story update.
I believe that God is calling the young again in another great crisis of ferment.
It's a case which shamed the Church. Peter Ball accused of using religion as a cloak to carry out a string of sexual assaults on young men, crimes which went unpunished for decades. Today, the chair of the Church's inquiry into how it responded to the former bishop's offending said she expected full cooperation from the Church and some of its most senior figures.
We expect full collaboration from members of the Church. The Archbishop, I'm sure, would expect no less. And we will be talking with a lot of people who are involved in these events, no doubt including Lord Carey.
Peter Ball was jailed last October for the abuse, which happened over 3 decades, from the 70s to the 90s. This inquiry seeking to ensure greater protection for people in future.
We will set out for survivors and the public what happened in this case. We'll examine the Church's response to Peter Ball's offending, particularly after it became public in the early 90s. We want the Church to learn quickly from its errors in this situation and to improve its safeguarding for children and adults.
Yesterday, this programme revealed how confidential documents suggested the Church of England sought to hush up sex abuse perpetrated by the bishop and influence the course of a police investigation.
I think it's shocking. It's really disturbing how it appears senior figures in the establishment have clustered together to shield Bishop Peter.
The documents are described as being for the information solely of Bishop Eric Kemp, the Bishop of Chichester, and the Archbishop of Canterbury, George Carey. Lord Carey declined to comment on the documents. He told us he has no knowledge of seeing them, but he is happy to respond to questions put to him by this review. Piers Hopkirk, BBC South East Today.